Hello everyone, my name is Dewey and these are 5 easy tips and tricks to make you better at Guild Wars 2 SPVP. Now I'm going to say right off the bat, if you guys don't like these, or if you have other ideas and you're saying that these are noobish and they're stupid, go away. I don't give a fuck. Go to someone else's video, I really don't care, complain somewhere else. These are my 5 tips that I feel like new people will really benefit from if you're just going into PvP for the first time. Alright. First, find a profession that you like. Now, every profession in this game deals damage. Guild Wars 2 is staying away from the holy trinity of MMOs. There's no more tanks, healers, DPS. Everyone does damage. So, with that said, you find someone that you really enjoy. Say you really just like to burn the shit out of things. Well, let's go with the elementalist. Let's say you just like to smash things in their faces right up and close and go with the warrior. Look at the different professions. Find which one that really mirrors what you do in other games, and then stick with that. And then you can kind of explore different things from there. Number 2, pump up that power and precision. No one in this game should be going into it trying to balance out everything. These are the people that are thinking, hey, if I stay alive longer, I will probably benefit from it the most. Because, hey, I know how to kite, I know how to deal damage, I know what skills are, I know that you just used Eviscerate, and I know how to dodge that. That's not going to be you. If you're watching this video, chances are you have no clue what any of these fancy skills are. When you go into battle, you're just like pretty colors everywhere. Let's just pay attention to that, and you're not going to know what's going on. So you pump stuff into power and precision, because most people, when this game starts, are not going to know how to deal with a glass cannon. That's what you're going to be. You're going to be a glass cannon that just destroys things. Number 3, give yourself mini goals. So when you go into a match, say, hey, I'm going to dodge more this game. I'm going to try to figure out how to dodge around these skills. I'm going to try to learn what this mesmer is. I'm going to try to figure out which fucker is real. You've got 8 different mesmers running around and only one of these idiots is real. So I'm going to try to figure out which one is the illusion and which one is not. Or I'm going to go into this map trying to kill Svanir or the chieftain. Focus on when he's coming up and try to grab those as much as possible. When you give yourself mini goals, you learn it step by step, and that's what you want to do when you're going into this new thing. Find a weapon set and stick with that weapon set for a match. Don't go and try to be fancy and switching weapon sets and trying to use as many skills as possible. When you go in for the first time, just find one weapon set and master that. Once you have that mastered, then you can start experimenting beyond that. Learn those, learn the in and outs of those, and you will be a better player than 50% of the people out there. Because 50% of the people out there are going to try to figure out, like, oh, I can use the 7, then the 3, and the 4, and you know, by the time they've tried to do that, you've already shot them 8 times in the face with your number 1 attack. You know, simplicity is best. Get by with what you can. You don't need to be fancy to be good at this game. Obviously, later on, if you want to get better, you need to learn that kind of stuff. But when you're just starting out, go with simplicity. Find a weapon set that you really like and that caters to your profession. I definitely suggest that you use range right away. You do not use melee, because if you use melee, you're kind of going to be going in and derping a lot, and you're leaving yourself way too open. If you used range, you've got that nice gap in between people where some idiot's going to try to charge you with melee, and by the time he's at you, he's already 50% down because you've just been pressing that one button, and he's just been coming at you. You're dealing that damage. You got power and precision all the way powered up, and by the time he gets to you, he's half health. You can spike him down. Number 5 is learn the maps. Try to figure out what the best way to get from point A to point B is. When you start out, figure out which is the best point to go to. Surprise, surprise, it's not always the one that the entire fucking team rushes to. A lot of times it's just better to send 1 or 2 people to the one that you know you're gonna get and send the rest of your team mid. But pay attention to that. Communicate with your team and figure out, hey, what's the best points that I'm gonna go to? Think about yourself. I know this is really selfish, but don't bother how other people are playing. Don't try to figure out, they went to that point, they're doing bad, they just keep on dying, they're not helping me out. It is a team game. You do need your teammates to help you, but there's nothing you can control about them. There's nothing at all you can control about them. What you can control is how you behave. If you follow these 5 steps, they're really not that hard. Find a profession you like, pump up the power position, make yourself a glass cannon, give yourself mini goals, use a weapon set that you love and that you really are accustomed to and that you can learn, and then just figure out how to get from place to place. Learn the maps, and that way you will start to make yourself a much better player than someone else that's just going into it without a plan.